What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to be working on my dad's 2011 Harley Street Glide. And you might be wondering, what are we going to do to his 2011 Street Glide? Well, he fell in love with my Santoro Fabwork saddlebag guards, so he wanted to get something similar, which those come in like around the $500 price point. If you guys are interested in those, I do have a video of me installing them on my channel. I'll be sure to pop a card and that video link down below in the description. But nonetheless, he really wanted them, and his bike has chrome accents, so obviously he would want chrome bag guards to match his engine guard and handlebars and of course everything else. So once you get a chrome option from Santoro, the price jumps up to about $878 price checking at the time of me recording this video. Now, Santoro makes an absolute terrific product, not knocking them by any means. I absolutely love my bag guards, but the fact of the matter is my dad didn't want to spend that, and I'm sure a lot of you guys don't necessarily want to spend that. If it's a new bike, maybe, yes, it's an investment. Older bike like his 2011, you don't want to put $900 in bag guards on the bike. It's already been through its paces, already has some nicks and scratches and maybe a ding or two. So, why spend $900? So that leads us to this video. We were able to find similar bag guards on Amazon that kind of mimic the Santoro bag guards for under $300, and it came out to about $215. So if you guys are looking for a alternative replacement, we're going to find out the quality of these things and the installation process and so on and so forth. So like I said, for right around $215, you can get bag guards that kind of look like Santoros. But without further ado, let's get them unboxed and let's start the install process. All right, so we already went ahead and opened up the box just to make sure everything was here. Now, as you can see, it is packaged pretty decently, all things considered. Definitely lots of bubble wrap and styrofoam kind of wrapping. So not too bad. As you guys know, when I did my Santoro video, I said whoever packaged those bag guards definitely needed a raise. So definitely not A++ on packing, but pretty good nonetheless. We got a bag guard here, bag guard there, and then we got a couple little packages with the nuts and bolts and the accessories. So I'm going to go ahead, we're going to get all this stuff unwrapped, and we're going to go ahead and take the seat and stuff off, and we'll go from there. Okay, got everything unboxed and kind of opened up a little bit. One thing I will note right off the top is there were no included instructions in this box whatsoever, but don't fear, because that's why you're here. We're going to show you what to do anyway. The nice thing is, we're Santoro, you have to pay extra for, they call them Caicos or Chacos or whatever they call them, for different colors and stuff. This kit kind of comes with different colors, so you can pick and choose top colors of blue, red, or gold. So that is kind of cool. But like I said, the only knock so far is no instructions. So kind of just show you guys real quick. We just removed the seat, the saddlebags, and the side covers, because that's pretty much everything that we'll need to remove in order to install these bag guards. Let me get you guys set up on a tripod and we'll start the process. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to use a T45 and remove this bolt with the spacer on both sides. And you can discard that spacer because it will not be reused. Also, the lower bag mount down here is also a T45. So at this time, he's just cracking them loose using a T45 and a 9/16 because there is a nut on the backside. All right, so now that those are loose, we're going to kind of test fit the new bag guard in here, because what we're going to want to do is we're going to have to cut our saddlebag support, and we're just going to try to get a measurement on how far we have to go to cut, because the new bag guard will slip on to the existing support. So we're just going to go ahead, figure out what we need, tape it, mark it, and then we'll be cutting that with most likely a Sawzall. As you can use a pipe cutter. I didn't have good experience with that the last time, so we'll just skip right ahead and do the Sawzall. So at this point, He's just marking where he needs to cut, and how he got his measurement is we just loosely put saddlebag guard over and kind of just guesstimated. Doesn't need to be perfect because it just slips into the support anyway. So with those marked, we can go ahead and cut the saddlebag support. So we're just going to go ahead and cut the other side right away. Okay, now that that's done, we're just going to go ahead and use our T45 and 9/16 wrench and remove the rest of the old saddlebag support. And on these, you can discard the old bolt and nut as the kit comes with a new pair. And we're just going to repeat the process for this side. And like I said, you can discard the bolt and the nut for those. So my dad already went ahead and filed up the edges to kind of clean up all the metal spurs and whatnot. So at this point, we're going to be getting ready to put the saddlebag guard on. This particular kit did come with hardware for the top. Came with a new screw as well as a new spacer. So at this point, we're going to be taking our bag guard, sliding it onto the support. Oh, too much. So now that the saddlebag guard is slid on to the support, we're just going to be using some blue Loctite for the new hardware. And the new hardware is a Allen head, which is a 7/32 in size. All right, so he's got his bottom screwed through. Now he's just putting the nut on the back side. And then once you get them both started, you can go around and snug both of them up. All right, so now that the bag guard's installed, we're just going to repeat the process for the other side. So for just ease of install, we're doing the bottom first because the last one was a little bit of a pain with starting the top first. And just like anything, don't tighten everything down until you get everything started, just kind of for the ease of install. But once you get everything started, you can go ahead and torque everything down. Okay, at this point, the saddlebag guards are all torqued down. So we're going to put our sliders on. That's a 5/8 hex. And then obviously you saw the colored spacers earlier. So we'll just slide that on, add some Loctite, and get them started. And that's how those go on. And we're just going to repeat the process for the other three. All right, now that those are on, we're just going to go ahead and clean everything up, put the saddlebags back on, and we'll wrap it up. So we just finished cleaning everything up, polishing them off, and putting the side covers, saddlebag, and seat back on. So let's check it out. Boom, there you go. So for $215, you can get yourself a pair of these saddlebag guards. And they do make them in gloss black, so I can't attest to how well the gloss black finish would be. However, the chrome finish is pretty good. The only area of the finish that did not look the best would be kind of inside there by that weld. Just didn't look like it was fully chromed in the process necessarily, but you're never going to see that, especially with the saddlebag on. So that's what it looks like. I will have the link to this down below in the description. So if you have a slightly older bike or even a newer bike and you're on a budget and you want saddlebag guards that kind of mimic the Santoro Fabworks and you want to save over half the price, these Amazon ones look like they'll do just fine. Take a look at this side. As you can see, they look pretty good. For $200, if I would have known these things were out and whatnot, I probably would have thought about picking up a pair of these, and I would have saved half of my money. But nonetheless, you know, of course, these companies come out after the fact and kind of mimic the same design. They look pretty damn good if you ask me. And like I said, overall, the quality's pretty damn good. There was just that one little corner where it looked like it didn't make the chrome process very well. But hey, for $200, you can't complain. And overall, the install process was super easy. Didn't take us long at all. And that's even with filming. So there's that. So like I said, I will have the link to these down below in the description. And I will also have the link to my Santoro Fabwork install video down below in the description. You can kind of watch both videos and kind of get yourself an idea. Like I said, these were an Amazon purchase, $215. The reviews were pretty good on it. Obviously, that's why we went ahead with this particular buy. Like I said, the install process was straightforward, super easy. So if you guys made it this far in the video, make sure to smash that like button, comment, subscribe, hit that bell icon so that way you guys stay notified when I post new videos like this one. Make sure to ride safe, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace!